Now you can see how you look on your screen.
Okay.
Pre-pro live stream.
Pre-pro live stream. Here we are. This is the time on the live stream where we work out audio and visual. Oh, you did a very nice job cropping me.
Yeah.
That's I feel very cropped.
Yep. Hey, thank you very much, John Marcus. Oh, except that means I need to do something. Let's see.
Forgive my clacky thing. I'm trying to help folks with some rewards.
Click, clack, click, 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 clack.
Yeah, you guys can. We're not officially started on the live stream, so you can make a little bit of noise, but people can hear you. So you're live on a live stream. Yeah, people can hear you.
Let's see. I gotta find a song here. Let's see. Looking for a good Christmas song. We did Drummer Boy, and I could never do the normal version after doing David Bowie's version.
Oh, yeah. Peace on earth.
Can it be? They will fight for. Let's see.
The whole intro to that whole Bowie and Bing thing is like they're trying to have the casual banter between David Bowie and Bing Crosby is so weird and awkward and hilarious.
It's awesome. That's classic TV.
Yeah.
Let's see.
As if those two would ever hang out.
They're two cool cats for the time. Just a couple decades apart. Let's see. Man, I don't recognize a lot of these things.
Sound good, audience. The sound.
Hold on, I'll give them a sound check here in just a minute. Man, I need to brush up on my Christmas songs too. What about that?
It's not even Thanksgiving. What are you doing with Christmas songs?
It is all Christmas at this house. That's all we're doing. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow.
They say I'm low. Did you change something with
I'm dreaming of a white... It's because they're focusing on my voice because it's so beautiful. White Christmas with every Christmas card I write. I've never written a Christmas card in my entire life. Just want to admit that. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Man, there's 27 more verses to that thing. That's not true. There's one more verse.
They're telling me to be or to do harmonies. Oh, they're clapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny to ask me to do harmonies since I'm tone deaf. So that'd be funny.
So I am on the stream till the very last moment. Let's see, where's my ticket?
All right, we have 8 minutes till the actual live stream. This is the pre-stream. Thanks, Hondas, for the bits. In the case of a real live stream, you'd be instructed to go to the nearest live stream shelter. Please leave valuables behind. Place the life mask over your own face before assisting others. Thanks, Snugsy1, for the bits.
And thank you, Skeggy Media, for the raid. Oh, I hear Maxine crying out there. This is like torture.
The secret phrase, the not so secret phrase, is leaves are falling all around.
You do 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 do. You do do.
All right, so you're gonna tell everyone all about Lua, and you're gonna show them some console.
Oh
Lua
yeah.
console stuff, and
I may have just shown off some
they say
semi-private
you're
information.
loud. They say I'm fine now.
I can turn it down. Oh yeah, I am. We're all the way in the red. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Okay, there we go. I lowered it a little bit for him.
Good. All good now. Good now. Now good.
Sibilance.
Good now.
Sibilance.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Do 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 do. Bob Snyder. That's who does that song. I'm good now, or good now. I can't believe Bob Snyder really never broke out in a big way on the national scene.
Mm.
You not a fan?
No, I mean, it's fine.
I didn't really like his hard stuff. I liked he did kind of some singer-songwriter stuff in there. Solo singer-songwriter once he ditched his old band. Of course, I think a lot of people are the exact opposite. They liked his band stuff where he's doing hard rock stuff. Harder rock stuff. Starr doesn't need to turn his volume up. I'll turn his volume up a little bit for him. There we go.
My mic is maxed on my machine. So.
Yeah, I've got you turned down over here a little bit because you're up. You're good though. We're all good. We're all good here.
All good here.
That was me shooting the console with my blaster.
That was good. That was good. You got the reference.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, they say it's perfect. Everything.
Perfect.
Free pro streamers.
Now, I meant to do some planning here. There's a bunch of guys talking and making some cool stuff in the Lua thing already. I meant to get them in here and have them give me some scripts I could run for them.
All right, 4 minutes till the live stream.
Well, let's see. That is long enough for me to integrate to QA and kick off a build. Oh, and we believe the whatchamacallit, the Mac patcher is working. And may all your Christmases be white. Merging. Multitasking.
Oh yeah, sorry. Multitask.
I'm multitasking. I'm trying to get a QA build going. Sibilance. Yeah, I already did one stream on Lua, and it made it obvious I need to do a little more work. So I did a little more work. It's a lot more stable than it was. Oh, thank you, Lady Van Helsing. Not a day over 25. Don't look a day over 25.
Yes, that's totally true. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Merging to QA.
Thank you, Waldo Ptolemy, for the bits.
Yeah, that's how I'd pronounce it too.
Well, it's like Ptolemy, like the mathematician, the ancient mathematician, right?
Sure.
Yes.
Do.
See, he agreed. Although I think the mathematician spelled it with an E. Well, an O and an E, not two O's. Not to quibble about my ancient mathematicians. All right, 2 minutes
All right, kicking
to the actual live stream.
it. Let's see. Almost ready here. Almost ready
For what?
to kick off the QA build these guys want.
Oh, I see.
All the magic.
And
Oh,
prize
yes.
innings. Get
Oh
ready
yeah,
for
you
some
should do
prize
that
innings.
too. Yeah, I can do that too. Okay, QA's kicked
You
off.
actually have 4:15.
Got it. And I'm going to a Longhorns game immediately after this. Maxine, I'm taking a 5-year-old to a basketball game that doesn't start until 7 o'clock. We'll be just fine. She actually does better at staying up late than me. Oh yeah, where's my script? Dude, I think it's time. My clock says so.
It is. It is 4 o'clock. Welcome to our weekly live stream. I am Dark Star, also known as Star Long. And with me, I have Chris Spears, who's also known as Atos. And every week, we have a live stream where we talk about something happening in the game. We give out prizes, and we have fun. And how many ways are there to be eligible to win a prize?
There are 2.
That is correct. There are 2 ways. You can either make a purchase in our web store, buy some crowns, perhaps, or you can say our not so secret phrase in chat inside the game. And this month, our not so secret phrase, because it is autumn and leaves are falling from the trees, the phrase is leaves are falling all around. And you can start saying the phrase as soon as noon on the day of our prize drawings. And we will do 2 prize drawings during the stream, one at 4:15 and one at 4:45. And you can maybe win something. And speaking of again, the other way to win, or to enter to win, is to buy something from the web store. And if you buy some crowns, you could buy some fun stuff in the crown shop, including something from the vault. And speaking of leaves falling all around in autumn, the theme of the vault right about now is autumn themed. We've got the autumn fairy leaf dress, the autumn leaf wings, the autumn leaf crown, the pilgrim bonnet, pilgrim hat, cornucopia, the elven townhome, the red tufted squirrel pet, and the original turkey. So all sorts of fun autumn themed things that are in the crown shop. And yes, I see a few comments about my mustache. That's right, I'm doing the Movember thing. So if you go to Movember.com, I have a profile, Star Long, and if you'd like to contribute to my campaign, Chris is also doing a Movember campaign, so you can contribute to either of our campaigns to raise awareness about men's health.
This is me signaling that I'm doing Movember.
Yes.
After multiple years of screwing up our Christmas pictures by having a horrible looking mustache at Thanksgiving when we normally take our picture with the family, because that's the only time we all get together. She said I could not do it this year, so I'm doing Movember, and I'm walking at least 5 miles a day. I'm currently 6 miles behind for the month, not for today. I'll catch up.
Yes. So I'm growing a mustache, and Chris is moving. So there you go. Yes, because Chris's facial hair was banned. That's right, Tina O'Near. It's no facial hair in the Spears household. I am still allowed to have the facial hair, at least for a limited time. Sometimes I let it grow out. The longest I've let it grow out is till the following summer. Usually now it only lasts till March at the most, though. So, and release 71. So that is our last release. We just had our release 71 live stream last week. That was fun. A lot of fishing contest and such, and all sorts of fun stuff in release 71. Tartarus level polish and new content to spare polish. So our 2 latest dungeons got a bunch of work. We added the decoration palette. Gold and silver scrap can be salvaged from gold and silver items. We made an improvement to batch crafting, so when you have a failure with batch crafting, those items still stay on the crafting station. They don't get swept back into your inventory. We did our first pass.
Thanks, Lady Van Helsing.
Balancing agriculture economy. What you doing there?
I'm just thanking people.
Okay.
I'm whispering it into the microphone. They can hear me, but you can't.
Oh, that's good. That's nice.
Thank you, Snugs.
It's totally not distracting at all. It's totally working.
All right.
Totally.
I'll shut up. I'm sorry, President Firth.
We added trophy heads for the wyverns. We brought back winter holiday recurring items. And the Release 71 rewards are all fall themed, of course. And we're actually going to have another round of those, a different round of fall themed rewards for Release 72. And the November login rewards, a turkey statue, because we love the turkeys. So all sorts of fun stuff in Release 71, and including a major performance improvement. And, according to our stats, about a 10% overall improvement. Oh, and Jaspericus, I see you typing "leaves are falling all around" in Twitch chat. You actually need to type that inside the game chat, not the Twitch chat. So good luck to you in the prize drawings. So that was all what we did for Release 71 in release. But the big news, of course, is that Release 72 goes live next week. And you might be going, wait, next week? That seems early. Don't you guys usually put your releases out at the end of the month? Well, it's Thanksgiving here in the United States, which means that's coming up at the end of the month. So for when Thanksgiving is coming around, we do our release a little early in the month. So that's why Release 72 is going live a little bit early. So Release 72 actually went on QA last week, and it's got all sorts of fun stuff. So Krampus is back. So Dark Winter has returned. And actually, a little bit of miscommunication. We actually patched Krampus into Release 71. So you get some extra Dark Winter. So Chris is pointing at himself. You get some extra Krampus this year. Again, my favorite winter Christmas type story. You know, instead of the nice jolly old Saint Nick, we have Krampus, who captures children, puts them in a sack, and then beats them with a stick. Oh, thank you, Kenneth, for the bits. Thank you, Snugs, for the bits. Thank you for the subscription, Nephrenia Shadowstorm. All right. But Release 72. So Krampus is back. I could have gone on a lot about Krampus, and I know everyone likes to hear me say Dark Winter. But the big news, of course, is that we're going to have our first phase of Lua integration, which Chris is going to explain. What is Lua? It's not a luau. It's not Hawaiian themed, which I was surprised to learn. I thought it was going to be about roasting a pig.
Yeah, what happened to our luau we were going to do? I thought we were going to do
hula dancing.
I can go do it on an island. What's the fishing map called? That's like
fishing expedition. Yeah, I had a big idea that we were going to have a luau, and we were gonna get people to like do wear their coconut bras and grass skirts, but that took too much work, and we had a QA build to put out. And
Yeah, we had work to do. It's weird how that work gets in the way of that stuff.
Yeah, right. Oh, thank you, Cardall, for the bits. All right. So anyway, it has nothing to do with Hawaii, apparently. So Chris is gonna teach us how Lua has nothing to do with Hawaii, despite my best intentions. We also continued our work on balancing agriculture. So reagents, you'll be excited to learn that in release 72, if you are growing reagents, your output is going to double. What?
Really?
Double reagents? Now, before you get a little, and Dartiana, and Dartiana, 1,000 bits.
Hold on, Starr. Let's see if this works. Did he say double? We mean we're going to multiply it by 100. 100.
No.
Okay. I'll see.
No. So you're going to get double the reagents. Now, before you get a little too excited, we are, just so we don't blow out the economy, the value is half. So you're not going to get suddenly twice as much money. You're just going to get twice as many reagents. So what we're emphasizing there is the function over value. So we realized how valuable reagents are for use, but we didn't want to blow out the economy. So it's not like you're suddenly going to get twice the value. It's that you're just going to get more value, more use, more function. So there you go. And then unicorns, because what kind of horrible monster would kill and eat a unicorn?
Yeah, earlier
there.
there.
The answer
is that a undead Harry Potter whatchamacallit, whatever? He eats unicorns.
No, it turns out that monster is people.
Oh, people eat unicorns. Okay.
Yeah. So there are 3 different unicorn stews going live in release 72. So those of you who like to hunt and kill and eat unicorns are now going to get your wish.
Yeah, it's funny because somebody who keeps giving us 100 bits was asking earlier on the channel, on the Lua channel, that he just watches talk about taming stuff. But he was asking, am I going to be able to tame unicorn? And I basically had to tell him no, but you will be able to eat them.
Yes. So we were hoping to get unicorn taming in, but we didn't have time. But you can eat them. So you can't have them as pets, but you can eat them. So it's the next best thing. And then speaking of eating creatures, wyverns you can eat wyverns now too. And this was a special request by Chris. Fish sticks. Yeah. Everyone loves fish sticks. So
yeah.
There you go. So fish sticks are going in, and POT, player-owned town animals. So the ability to place a spawner in your town that spawns different animals like cats and reindeer and squirrels and pigs, things like that. So those are going in release 72. And then the second round of fall-themed items for the release 72 rewards are also going to be fall-themed. So an autumn leaf mask, an autumn leaf shield, an autumn leaf trident. And then the December login reward is going to be a holly wreath hat but instead of candles, it's going to have sparklers on it. So very cool. And then more performance improvements and bug fixes. So lots of fun stuff. And that's all in QA. So please join us and help us test it on QA this weekend before it goes live next week. Thanks for the bits, Snugs, because it seems like you really like the fish sticks. So, all right. And then we've got a bunch of events happening. So this Sunday, we're having the Release 71 dance party, DJ'd by me, your very own DJ Dark Star. And then right afterwards is the monthly Mad Splatter Tea Party. So a really fun it's fun Sunday. Thanks Z of Silverdale for the bits. And then tomorrow is the first annual Scalabreka Feast Party of Enhargajar. I'm sure I pronounced that perfectly. Ragnar of Lothbrok, I think, is hosting that. So should be fun. And I think Fionn Wynn is DJing that one. So 2 DJ events happening this weekend. Thanks, Snugs, for the bits. And then there's a new quest that Lily Bird created ongoing. That's the What Happened at Rivers Cross and Jade Valley. So lots of fun events going on. And if you're looking for the latest news, in addition to our weekly update, there's, of course, the new player newspaper, the Avatar Express. You should check it out. And then we've got all sorts of cool stuff coming up. So we've got the first phase of Lua integration coming up in Release 72, but that's just the first phase. There'll be multiple phases coming up in future releases and all through next year. We've got the ability for players to have limited Game Master powers. Thank you, Scooby-Doo, for the bits. Thank you, Vulcan Jedi, for the bits.
And Snugs,
and Snugs for more bits. And we're going to extend the trophy data to agriculture so we can have you can grow giant pumpkins and other kinds of fruit. And also trophy data for the trophy heads that you get from different creatures, so we can have contests like dragon hunting contests, property rating system, new creatures, new bosses, more tables, of course, like we're going to expanding to unicorns and nightmares. Those are the next targets for taming. New skills, a new customer service team member, and then of course we've got episode 2, which we're hopefully going to have the new landmass available soon, that people can move their player-owned towns over if they want. And then the quest and journal system revamps and customizable NPCs, including convos, and those are all going to use the Ink and Inky open source scripting language, which we hope to, I know people have been looking at already, and we hope to have that live soon-ish. And then other episode 2 items: theater system, treasure hunting with treasure maps, item affinity and reputation, taming expansions, including pet leveling, pet skills, pet customization, and then expanded permission system for containers and doors. And thanks, Snugs, for the bits. And we need to do prizing.
Doing it.
Sweet. So we got lots of cool stuff. And again, help us test out Release 72 on QA. That would be a great help before it goes live.
They've been doing quite a bit of testing. There's a lot of people who are on there just because they're super excited about Lua and trying to break it for me and tell me things I need to change. So that's actually going much faster. I told people originally that I was going to get Lua done by the end of the year, but I think it's already semi-usable, pretty usable right now. They've got some cool stuff going on. I have not seen some of the cool stuff, but I know they've been talking about the cool stuff. I'm going to be showing off some lame stuff that gives you a good idea of what you can do with it. But I see Drake Atis, he's one of the guys playing with it. Devil Cult, I think, is out there as well. He's also been playing with it a ton.
All right. Well, while we're waiting for the prizes, why don't you give us just a general introduction? What is Lua?
So this is one of those things we always have pretty much in any game. People always like, what you did is cool, but I wish I could do X, Y, or Z. We can't obviously do every little thing you guys want. We want to be able to let you guys play how you want to, because some people want like a totally clean screen, and some people want to have like just every bar and graph and everything over there. We don't want to make you every bar and graph and fill your entire screen. I'm sure somebody could post like a screenshot of WoW with it, like every single inch of the screen except for like a little square in the middle is full of bars and graph. But anyways, we wanted to give you guys the ability to do a lot of that type of stuff. Same type thing for like guilds. We want some like custom communication stuff or keep track of guild stuff. So what Lua lets you do is Lua is a very simple scripting language that is, I already have it integrated into our our game, and it is on QA now, but I'll show you some of the stuff you can do with it. I'm slowly exposing different things to it as I have time and cleaning up how it works and taking feedback from the players and putting it in there. But again, already I've heard some people, I think Devil Cult said he has a much better stats screen than what we have, that he already has working and in-game with just a day or two of work on it. Day or two since it's been out, and he's already got that. So anyway, super powerful, super flexible. I'm trying to not get in your way, but I can give the big brain dump here in a minute. Did it ever spit out the prizes? Prizes?
No,
Prizes?
Not. No.
Oh, that's bad news, you know. Come on, live stream thing. Yeah, let me, I can click that. Oh, it's queued. Let me see who's in front of it. Let's see, hold on. Let me go check the queue. I'm hoping I don't have it behind the QA builds. Prizing, you go to the top. Time to start, 1 minute, okay. It can run on any agent. We just gotta wait for one little thing to finish up. It's not blocked by the QA build. But anyways, it's super powerful. It's super flexible. It is, I've kind of broken it down into 3 phases that I'm gonna be exposing to you guys. But it'll probably end up being more like 2 phases, in that it'll be this phase of what I'll have done by the end of the year. Really, this release, again, there's already a lot usable in there. But then by the end of the year, maybe I'll have some more UI stuff available to you guys, so you can do some buttons and stuff like that. I just today hooked up bindings for keys and other things that you guys have been requesting. But yeah, I mean, it's super powerful. I'll show you guys how easy it is, because you too will want to go in and break and hang your client like some of the people have been doing with it. I don't keep you from doing that. If you crash your client, it's up to you. But you can always do the infinite loop, or, you know, whatever bad logic you want. All right. Is it done yet? Did it do its thing?
No.
All right, hold on. Oh, it looks like it actually is going right now. Hold on. We're waiting for it. It's 3 seconds overtime. It's going to be done any second. Bam. There it is.
Awesome.
Prizes are wrong, of course.
Right. Got it.
All you care about are the names. You want me to say the prizes?
No, I got it.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Do you like Richard better than me?
I do. Totally do. That's how it works.
All right, I'll let you do it, because I can't even find it.
All right. So, Gemma Starr wins an ornate elven mage staff. Wesley wins an earth magic cloak.
That is a great script. Thanks a lot, there. Yeah.
Your prize thing is broken.
It's not my prize thing. Don't blame me for that prize thing.
All right. Well,
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna. We'll just pick somebody out, chat.
Carmina wins a tall green leaf box hedge fence set. Danador Blaze wins the Elven 2-story globe village home. And we got one more.
How are you picking? Just pick somebody.
Tabletop tree pack goes to Tular Fairlow.
Perfect. We won't tell you what actually happened there, but somebody's code screwed up.
Okay.
All right. What's up? You want me to jump in and I can start showing off some Lewis stuff here?
Please.
All right. So
this is all you.
Okay, all me. I'm taking over.
Okay.
Let's see. So let me do the. I gotta capture. Let's see, we're gonna go to that one. No, that's not one. I guess that won't work. Why would it do that? All right. Well, anyways, I just screwed up the other thing, but I'll fix that here in a minute. All right. So what you see here, let me maximize this. This is covering up everything, so you guys. Whoop. All right. Now we got some stuff on here. So this is in the editor version, if you're wondering what's going on here. So the first thing you're going to notice is, everybody will have this. You will have a new tab here. You know, normally you have all this stuff where you can pick what you want. Well, you have a new one that is called Lua. So what that is you can write stuff out to, you can actually see it down here. When you load up, if you have Lua scripts, it'll show you what scripts it loaded. Again, even for the guys who've been messing with this, this is some new stuff. But it'll show you the stuff that that gets loaded. If there are compile errors, it'll show you in here as well. This is basically your little console. I may actually have a Lua debug and give you guys an option for 2 consoles, because I've already wanted that to some extent myself. You can also see here, you got some junk going on there, called, shroud, whatever, and bootstrap. So this is, let me show you what is actually doing this. So for one, this is a, let's see. Here we go. So this is where this is going to live. If you look here, it'll be in your app data. If you just do a %app data, this is, of course, for Windows people. Everybody else, you're on your own. Portalarium. I'm running in the editor right now, so for us, this is dev. And this is the folder you're probably already familiar with. This is like if you do local play or whatever, your save games, you can put your sheet music in here, your chat logs, and also there's going to be a folder for Lua. So Lua is any file you put in here with a .lua on it will immediately get loaded and built. Trying to figure out, it's cropping my screen. Hold on, let me just stretch. Bam, there we go. Not sure that helped. That probably made things worse by stretching it down. But anyway, so any Lua file you put in here will get loaded. It loads one file at a time. Register some functions with them, and that's all stuff you can call. So again, right here, I was just doing some tests before. Devilcult had identified some problems that I was fixing, which I now have fixed, and now going into the QA build. But what does this actually look like? All right, so let's see if I can get this scrolled up big here. So this is, again, those files that I had there. This was just me doing some little tests. So let me start off here. So this is kind of the closest thing to a hello world you can do. There are a number of functions that if you create a function with a name matched, the program will call them at different times. So one of those is, hold on, I got to get over here to current API. One of those, oh, okay, there we go. So one of those is on start. I ended up putting shroud on start in front of stuff. People were like, there's ways you can do kind of weak namespace stuff in Lua, but I just went with a naming standard to put shroud in front of things. So if you have a shroud on start function, that'll get called anytime the program starts up. So again, I've got these other things in here right now. Let me go move those out. Which one am I adding there? Test one. We're working on the fabulously named file test one. Okay, so there we go. So now we got those guys out of there. Let's go back over here to the client. There we go, bam. So you've got your console down here. And you can do, there's Lua stuff now. There's only a few things you can do. Oh, hold on. Ignore that. That was me testing the key binding stuff that I put space. If you hit space, it types spam space anytime that's down, and it's doing a, not a on down, it was doing a when pressed. So let's see. So Lua reload. Okay, so what you're seeing down here is it says it reloaded that folder of stuff. The only file it found was test1.lua, and it did a hello world. So that is the most basic thing you can get there. So there's some other stuff you can do. You can do, let's see. So if you want to, let me copy this guy over. There's another thing you can do. You can do if you want to have a timed event. Hold on, I have an annoying dog. You can, if you want to set up a timed event, like maybe you want to update your damage per second or whatever meter that you're doing, or check your health to see if you're about to die thing. You want to do that every 2 seconds. So this is, let's see, we'll call this check health. And we'll call this so this register function here, again, is pretty simple. You can give it a name because you can have the same function called multiple times by things. And this is, again, pretty easy. You give it a string, which has to be in the double quotes. You give it the name of the function you want to call. Do a thing. You give it how often you want to call that. And then this last one is whether or not it should repeat. All right, so we're registering a function. We got to have a do a thing function down here. Let's see, and then we're going to have this do a console log. Let's see, get stat. I've got a whole API set up here, which again I'll be posting the link to this. This is already in there, but players have already been given feedback on some of these things. But I'm just grabbing a function out of there. That is, how about sure. Let's see. You can do a health check, you can get a stat, you can check to see what scene you're in, whether it's PvP, your name. We're going to get stat value by name. Let's see. What is that thing? There's, and again, there's some really easy guides to getting started in Lua, which I probably need to go reread again. Whoops. What happened to my test? There it is. Nope. There we go. Print my health. And %D and And so what this is going to do is, and again, I'm showing you the very, very simplest stuff just because I'm trying not to intimidate you. Some of these guys already have this, like, again, doing whole windows of displays with different size fonts and different stuff that's updated and printed to your screen rather than the console. Lots and lots of easy options, easy ways to get into it. And I'm sure they're going to share a lot of their stuff with you. But anyway, so edit it. It's iteration time is as quick as coming back over here and doing Lua reload. And now, hey, look, there's a function that every 3 seconds is printing my health out. So again, when I say this is a really easy scripting language, you guys, like, that's how easy it is. It's all very easy to read. That's part of the reason to use Lua. One is it's well documented. There's tons and tons of code on the web, and there's a lot of different libraries you can use. But it's really easy to read. It's pretty flexible. It's easy to integrate. But again, there's already a Discord channel on this stuff. You can go over there if you want some help. I'm sure a lot more people are going to be going over there. This is kind of the very simplest stuff. Now, there's some more function calls you can do. If I can find one. There we go. Here's another one of the functions that is, if you name a function this, again, there's some that if you name the function the right name that's in that document that I'll be sharing with you guys, that it will be doing, it gets called in a certain way, or it automatically gets registered when you start up the script. And this one is, let's see, how much damage I took. Total damage. You can have a total damage equals 0. Something like that. And this should print this out to the screen. Let's see, I'm going to kill that just because I don't want it to be big and wide across the screen. What do you think? Is that going to work? Loaded Lua, where is it? Oh, there it is. Damage I took. Okay, so you're saying now, like, how can I tell how much damage I took? Okay, well, there's a lot more functions coming in. One of the most powerful things you can do with this is there's people out there right now who've written programs that go and, like, hammer your text file, your script, your output text, your chat logs to try and pull information out of them. Well, that's another thing you can do here, is you can have a, if you call the right function here, you will get a message, whoops, that will be telling you all the different types of messages. Now, I'm just printing this to the screen, but this function here, when you get in here, you can immediately do your own parsing on this. You can check the type that's coming in to see what you want to do with it, so you can track damage. You can check the player if you want to. The message, I'm probably going to be adding some more options this to give you different formats for messages. Right now it comes in as a decorated message. But to give you an example of what this is doing, this is, let's see, let me get back over there. All right, printing out our health. But now if I say howdy to the zone, it does nothing. Why do I do nothing? Did I break it? Let me look at the chat there. Will Inky interact with Lua? Yes, that is in the. We're hoping to get both Inkle and Lua going by the end of the year, and probably phase 2 of the Inkle stuff will be there will be a way that you can embed some Lua stuff in it. Right, Inkle and Inky. Yes, that's how it works. For those who haven't looked at, that's the other thing that people are very excited about. This is another open source thing, kind of like Lua, where you can go and play with it. You can go download it now. There's an editor for it. Did I just forget to save?
They said line 9, no semicolon.
Yeah, maybe.
And so
there we go.
I see a bunch of people going, being scared, like, oh my God, I don't know how to code, or this looks really scary, or whatever. So the important thing to remember here is that this isn't a, oh God, you got to go learn to code thing. This is the few people in the community who are excited to do coding type things will do things like this. Will be working, writing scripts and making little components, right?
Yes,
and so,
they're going to share these things,
right? And then they'll share them with the rest of the community, and so this isn't a everyone will have to go out and write their own custom Lua stuff. This will be the community. A small percentage of the community will be really into this and make things, and then they will share them with the wider community. So don't be daunted or scared or feel like you're going to have to go learn all this stuff. That's not what we're saying or implying at all.
And there's this thing that I've shown off a number of times. Part of the reason we're doing this isn't just to give you guys the scripting thing. Part of this is because a lot of times there are things in the game that feel like bugs to you guys. We make a little change and it has some cascading effect, and you guys see it as a bug, and it's really just because you don't understand what's going on. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to expose more things to you. Also, so you can, it's not just for convenience, so you can make your own little functions and do your own cool things and make your own new UI that does what you want. But it's so you guys can actually sanity check when it's actually a bug or see what's going on behind the scenes. We've hidden so much stuff for so long that it just, again, many times it ends up feeling buggy to you guys. Yeah, and as for what Starr was saying, absolutely. There's already a group. There's both a forums section going where people are already... Again, this just got in there, so there's probably just 100 messages or so. There's also a Discord group. What I expect to happen is there's going to be a set of scripts that people are going to be sharing around. All you got to do is drop it into your Lua folder, and you'll be ready to go. There will be... the other thing I expect to happen is I expect some guilds to write up their own custom scripts, that they'll have their guild script that has their own things in it, because it won't end with just in the game stuff. You can actually have this talk to a server. For instance, you could write a Lua script that could pull from our own data server to pull that information, basically skip a web page where people go and mine a web page. You could have something that pulls that into game now. Let's see. Shroud, do any streams dedicated only to Lua yet? I did one stream on Wednesday when I went over stuff, just trying to get ready for this stream so I could sanity check some things. And I had a lot of stuff to fix, so it's much better now.
Yeah, if in case anyone scrolled past it, I posted the link to the Lua discussions and scripts section of the forums. So it's up there in the thread. It's also linked in the draft of the release 72 instructions. So we haven't been posting it widely yet, just because it's still, it's not live. It's still in QA. But it'll be linked in the release 72 instructions as well. I mean, it already is, but, it's in there. So.
Let's see. Of course, yeah, this is, let me copy this one down. There's a lot of stuff you can do here. This is another one that you can do. There's a dedicated function that is just called Shroud Update. The periodics is something that gets called. You can set a timer on it and have it do it periodically. Imagine that. But the Shroud on Update gets called once per frame. So the Shroud on Update, you can put stuff in there. This is, again, just showing you how simple things can be here. Shroud get key down, on update, Shroud get key down, just to do something. Now, of course, you're going to be capturing it and doing something far more interesting than that. But, let's see, did I save it? I did save it. And you can also see the iteration time on this in terms of figuring things out and playing around. I've got things pretty tight now. I think what people saw up until the build that's about to go out now is pretty loose. You could hang your client, do some not fun stuff, exception, and cause some problems. Didn't do any real damage, but you'd have to close the client, restart it again. But this is, it's much better now, and you can actually get in there and play and mess around. It's going to be awesome. You guys will love it. And again, what a strong community we have. It is going to be the same thing for this, only I think even more. There's lots of people who are already working on cool plugins for it. So if you haven't been, again, this is one of those things. We kind of do this as a kind of behind the scenes thing as well for you guys. Oh, and thank you very much, Soulstorming, and thank you, and Eternian.
And Dartiana. Hey, Chris, one question. Will Lua allow us to program our avatars to run a script with emotes for a drama or a play or a monologue?
No. So okay. That is, kind of after getting deeper into it and understanding what's really going on, it's really going to be kind of a phase 1 and a phase 2. Phase 1 is kind of what we're going to have by this release. We're going to be knee deep in phase 1, but I'll continue to expand things. Again, I've already got so you can like get stats, get your health, watch things. You can do stuff like have it put big flashing text on your screen saying low health when you get below a certain amount. Like, you can already do a lot of that fun stuff and putting up your own UIs with your text and different colored fonts and different size stuff. But the thing that is phase 1, makes it phase 1, is everything you're doing is local. In phase 1, there's nothing you can do that will ask the server for information. And there is nothing you can do that will send the server information or execute instructions locally. Obviously, as soon as that happens, if there's no controls on it, no work done to keep you guys from doing it, you guys can write your own bot in Lua. Let me go write my bot now. I'll wander around. And
right.
So that's kind of the big difference. So this phase 1 is really everything's local. There's a lot you can do local. There's a lot of information display. There's a lot of tracking. There's a lot of even communication stuff. Again, people hooking this up to the website. There can be even Discord links in there where you can have your Discord link into Lua and stuff like that. There's just a ton of different things that you can have going on there. I know the various Shroud plugins that some people have been making. They're super excited about this because they can now use this as another way that they can hook into it and get even more information out of it. But phase 2 is where there's a connection to things that can actually execute stuff. Now, there's also going to be some more graphics and some more UI elements that will come into it beyond just text and some simple button stuff. But phase 2, the big thing is that's where we have it set so you can connect stuff in scripts to executing commands or sending stuff to the server. Now, that will definitely be pretty much a one-to-one. You're not going to be able to write a Lua script that'll do 100 things for you. Anything that's going to require a send to server or execute a command will require at least a button click or a keyboard press. Yes, I'm well aware of all the one-button macro stuff that people made for a while and all the other things, and that's one of the things I'm trying to make sure we do not end up with. Again, this is phase 1. It is extremely powerful. It's going to be adding a ton of stuff, but no, you will not be able to have it. You'll not be able to write a bot that stands around in town and spams the trade channel if that's what you're worried about.
Time for more prizes.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, thank you, Snugs, for the bits. Thank you, Drillacath, for the bits. So again, just to kind of reiterate while Chris gets us some prizes, this is going to be multiple phases, and so the kinds of things we'll be doing as we iterate through this is, First, we'll be making it so you'll be able to get things on your screen for yourself so you can see what's happening a little, and you can customize what you're seeing, the kinds of information that you're getting to your screen, right? And then later we will very, very carefully expand to allow you to, as Chris said, expand that into being able to execute things that someone else might be able to see as well. So that'll come. Oh, and we have prizes. So, and again, it's got that little error, so we're going to have to talk to Bobby and figure out what's going on there. All right. Ornate Mage Staff goes to Purgatory Blackheart. The Earth Magic Cloak goes to David Webb. The Tall Green Leaf Box Hedge Fence goes to Orhan Benskay. And the Tabletop Tree Pack goes to Crazy Tika. And the Elven 2-Story Globe Village home goes to Raydan Woodlander. Congrats, winners. And thanks, Snugs, for the bits. I'm gonna scan for some questions while you're doing some.
Yeah, I'm coding here.
While you're coding.
Hold on, I gotta look back at the API.
So Julicath asks, did a change get added yet for the ability to place mounds and trophies on ornate river stone booth? So that's a much larger task to add decoration services to horizontal surfaces. You know, we did a first pass on some items, but adding those decoration services to more placeable things like walls and castle walls and fences and all that stuff, that's in the backlog. We just haven't gotten to it. And fences and walls are we did it for the things that were quick, like the room dividers, because the room dividers are flat, and so those were quick. But things like the Riverstone fence isn't quite flat, so we'll get to it. It's definitely in the roadmap. We just haven't gotten there yet. So we're gonna get there. We definitely want that, and we also want to make it so all of the placeable decoration buildings, like the storage shed and all those kinds of the guard towers, we want those to have decoration services on them as well. So that's definitely coming. We just haven't gotten to it yet. Someone asked, is there a way, will Lua allow us to do things like change user interface things like style and colors?
They will allow you to redo some of that stuff. That's phase 2 is where we're going to be looking at letting you possibly re-implementing some of our own UI using Lua. But really, I think you guys will be pretty quick to get stuff done. But it won't let you customize the existing stuff yet. So many games have that. I'm sure they're asking because some games have that. Not many. I mean, a couple of games have that. But a couple of games have that, and that is because from scratch they built their UI in Lua, and so basically that's easier for them to expose it. But yes, we will be adding some stuff. That is the type thing, though, that we could expose some of that to you guys and let you define it in there. All I have to do is go and bind whatever variable we use to set that color to a Lua variable, and then I can expose it to you. And again, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. It takes me, the guys in the Lua chat know it takes me 5 minutes to bind variables. So actually there could be something that comes on quicker than that. Alright, so here's what I just did while you guys were watching there. I went back over here and I set up, again, for you guys who don't know how to program, Lua is kind of a typeless language, so you don't have to predefine anything there. This is just the function that gets called on update. So that gets called once a frame. It is doing a if shroud key down space then, and then it's doing a for I, it goes from 0 to 20 do, and then in the do it's doing a print. And all the print is doing is, again, string format. This is just if you want to make it pretty. You could just ignore that altogether and just put whatever you wanted to print out in there and it would print it. This was just so I can format it. %S means you're going to print a string. %D means decimal, but again, you don't even have to use the formatter. And then I do a shroud get stat description by number. And I get I 0 to 20, and then I'm adding in base count. And then I'm incrementing base count by 1 each time. So what that's doing is that massive coding thing right there is what print out all this stuff right up here, where it's showing it's going from 0, stat 0 to 1, all the way down the list there. So you can see my carry capacity, that's one of them. And again, this is stuff that once you guys know the numbers, and they already have it documented in the Lua group, you can access these things quickly. This is the pretty name. There's actually a less pretty name for them. But now, again, if you saw that code, that was tied to space, and it should increment. So it should pick up from move speed, and the next 20 stats are deflect chance, earth effectiveness, fire range, focus, glancing blow, blah, 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 blah. So again, when I mentioned that this is in there to expose more stuff to you so you can see what's going on, you can actually write, have your own little panel, that you can put on screen wherever you want it and display just the information that you guys want to know. And yes, I know this is kind of clunky here, but I could also be printing that to screen using the GUI stuff, as you see. Whoops, seeing that. And the other thing to keep in mind is this, because this is going to an output channel, this is going to a text window. Hold on a second, I'm going to go kill something. Whoops. Dash in front of something, by the way, just comments it out. Lua reload. That was me killing the printing my health thing that I had in there that was calling back every 3 seconds. So now when I do a print, every time I hit space bar, it's going to show me the stats there, and I can see what the time is. So game time, there's the time. Tame level bonus, taming collar chance recovery. You can see all these things. Of course, this is on dev, and I don't have hardly any stats or any skills. In fact, my name is Lord Minus here. That's what the character you get if you don't make a character. See, my Moon Attunement is exactly 119. Death Attunement, 119. But anyways, so this is, again, I'm printing to here, but just like with I have there where you took the damage took thing, where you could go in and parse the damage strings coming in and pull out the damage. In fact, I can make an on hit where it tells you who hit you and how much damage they did and what type of damage resistance it went against. Stuff like that would be super useful for you guys. But this is the basic text. You can pretty this text up again with different formatting and different size and all sorts of stuff to make your own little UIs. And again, Devil Cult's in there. Yes, I know that was the first thing he did was he went to make his own little stats windows to do different things. And the QA build that will let him get at even more stuff is coming up soon. And again, they're not going to keep this stuff secret. This stuff will be shared. If they don't share it, I'll write you the cool stuff. But again, it's a really easy scripting language. It's really quick to pick up. Even if you don't know how to program, it is not that hard. You can go ask your teenager to teach you how.
Or just take advantage of the forum posts from other players who are making cool scripts and things.
Yes.
So, thank you, and Artiana, for the bits. And a reminder, we have lots, speaking of taking advantage of what other players are providing, there's a bunch of great events happening this weekend. Check out the event section of the forums. There is this Sunday is the Release 71 dance party, DJ'd by your very own DJ Dark Star. And then there is, right afterwards, the monthly Mad Splatter Tea Party. So it all starts at 2 p.m. on Sunday. And then there is the ongoing quest in Jade Valley, What Happened at Rivers Cross. Thank you, Catherine Rose, for the bits. And then tomorrow is the first annual, and I will pronounce it perfectly, Scalabreca Feast Party of Enherhar. Yes. And
nailed it.
I know, thank you. And then also don't forget, between playing on live, go check out QA and help us test for Release 72 going live next week. And where you can check out Krampus, Dark Winter. Oh, wait. Krampus is already live right now. So everyone got some extra weeks of Dark Winter. And what's funny, actually, you know what? It's really funny because winter actually did come early here. So what happened in real life got reflected in virtual life. That's what you were trying to do, right, Chris? It was all on purpose.
Just to be clear, that was not my fault. People on the team have gotten lazy with marking their stuff as what release it's for, and somebody checked it in. They got integrated over.
It's true.
It's all right. It wasn't.
You can, yeah.
It's a good thing.
Thanks, Nugs, and thanks, Liberty Lover, for the bits. And but I think really it was just because secretly everyone wanted to hear me say Dark Winter. And I posted my Movember link in there because I think some players had been asking for it. And I mistakenly, I think I explained this in the last live stream, I mistakenly created a fundraiser on Facebook, which negated or got confused with my Movember fundraiser. So I raised a bunch of money on Facebook and it's not showing up in Movember. But anyway, if you are so inclined, you can donate to either Chris or myself for Movember while I'm sporting my mustache.
Star's taking a much bigger hit for this one. I normally do that, and I completely understand if you want to give it to Starr instead of me. And it doesn't matter. Well, no ego thing here. Then it all goes to the same place anyways. So give it to Starr there to make up since he's suffering through with that horrible mustache.
What is horrible mustache?
That's what I was saying. It kind of looks like...
Are you saying my mustache does not look good?
It looks like the high school kid who grew a mustache trying to look older.
It's only been a couple of weeks. It actually got a late start too. To my mustache.
Yeah.
You're one to talk with your mustache. It's a lot of trash talk for someone not even growing one.
I want to plug the Twitter channel, not Twitch channel, the Twitter channel. Go check it out if you want to get updates on stuff. I'm posting on there. I've probably been averaging 10 tweets a day. I'm a mad tweeter. You also get like tons of like as soon as something happens, you can get on the inside and hear about it right up front. But anyways, get on there. Get on Twitter. Catnip Games is my Twitter. You can see that I'm a master Twitter person. My account was created in 2007. It says right on the page. 2007 is when my account was created. I think I tweeted twice in 2013. And other than that, I just started using the account a couple weeks ago. But I did create it in 2007. So yeah.
Do you want to say 2007 one more time?
2007.
You need to say it a few times. Thank you, Raiden Woodlander, for the 100 Dark Winter bits.
And Snugs.
I just said it. I was saying it. All right. We should figure out someone to raid because it is 5 o'clock.
Yes, and I have to get to a basketball game with Maxine because I am a bad parent and I'm taking her to stay out late. Going out late and drinking beer. Yeehaw!
And thank you for the sub, Alfane. And thank you for more bits, Snugs.
And thank you for all the other stuff you do for us too, Alfane. And I'm still looking at the stun stuff. That is still one and only's top thing. He's actually up in New Hampshire for this holiday and working on a horrible computer apparently. Oh, look, we got all these people. Oh, we got Taiki there. Oh, there's some new people here I don't recognize.
Thank you, Omega Flux, for the bits.
General MMORPG is not playing our game, but he is on our channel. I guess any press is good press. Oh, there's Sari Cole. Oh, Russian. I get yelled at when I raid Russian people. There's KJ Cujo, Strider Green, Famines, Fizzle. He's going to be getting lots of prizes there. Lots of treats coming up. What do you think? We got Taiki, House of Mangar, KJ Cujo, Strider Green, and Famines. I can just do a roll 6. Random
roll 6. Dark Winter.
Random. Oh no, it's roll 6. Oh, it's scrolled all the way down. Hold on. The drama, adding the character name 6 was what?
It's working
there we go.
As our prize script.
5. Who's a 5? That looks like that is Famines. That's good. I haven't raided Famines in a while. There's some of these guys that I like raid so often, or I used to raid all the time, and so now I just feel like guilty raiding them. Famines.
Tular Fairlow is asking how do they get their prize because their in-game character name is not their Twitch name.
They need to tell me. That's the one that Starr had to pick out of a hat because the script screwed up. And you need to tell me that
PM Chris.
Yeah, just mail Atos in game, and I'll take care of you. And if like 50 of you guys mail me, I will hunt you down and kill you. I know who you are. Don't do that.
Yeah, no
Claim to be that person. Okay, well, we're ready to go now. Guys, again, thank you so much. This is the Lewis stuff will be live. It's live on QA already in a pretty rough form. The version going live tonight will be a much cleaner form. And the version that will go live in 6 days will be even better than that. I'll have lots more stuff exposed. I'll be, again, I'm taking feedback. If there's some things you want to get access to, even if you don't script, get on the channel, get on the Lua channel and ask for it and tell people about it, and I'll get it into the doc, and I'll get it added in there so they can access it. And again, stuff like, font colors and things like that, I could easily expose that to you guys and let you set it through that. So, again, great ideas, and I think we're ready. You ready, Starr?
Dark Winter.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for all the support. Thank you. Oh, and also we didn't mention it, but I think the patch that I'm going to push live here as soon as I get it verified will have the deco animals in it. Finally. Oh, we're rating. Bye, guys.